YouTube viewers. I try to do some videos that are not really about skilled migration to Australia but other Australian visas, but I think my viewers are only interested in hearing about Australia's skilled migration. So let's fill you in with the answers that you've been looking for. So here is the update on the visa grant situation as on today. I've been getting emails from a lot of viewers asking about the dates of the visa lodgement for whom we are getting the visa grants. Now, let me first of all tell you that unlike the previous years where the DHA would first give the grants to occupations within the priority sector, that is education, health, etc. This is not how it is working this time. They are not prioritizing the applications or visa finalizations for those within the priority sectors, but based on the date of lodgement. So currently we are receiving the visa grants, or let's say we have received the visa grants for those who had lodged the applications up till the end of May 2023. So Jan, Feb, March, April, May is all done. Yes, there are few applications that are still pending. They should be getting through anytime. Now the DHA is bordering towards the applications that were lodged in the month June 2023. The last week was a week where we did not see many visas, but we did see a lot of requests for documents. That is through the S57. Now, S57 is basically an email notification or a request letter requesting for documents that the DHA visa officer needs in order to complete the assessment of the visa application. Now, what are the documents that the DHA visa officers have been requesting from us last week? The first one is additional evidence of employment. Now, let me tell you one thing, and let me tell you very clearly. The DHA, I understand, has been taking time in assessing the applications, but they are doing a very, very thorough job. They are scrutinizing the applications very thoroughly to look for any gaps in information. Your pay slips, your appointment letters, your organizational charts, your additional evidence of employment, all are being very carefully analyzed, and they're trying to form a correlation whether everything makes sense or there is gap in information. If there is, they are sending in requests for you to justify why there is a certain discrepancy or why there is no justification for a certain let's say gap in employment or difference in the salary paid or other documents, or even for that matter your income tax return filed and your total pay slips amount. Why is there a difference? So they are monitoring the files as closely as this. So trust me, they have a lot of work at hand, which is why the visas are taking a little longer. So if you think that your application has some gaps, you might want to proactively provide supporting documents so that you are not sent out an S57, that is a request for further information, but a direct visa decision and hopefully a grant. Now, another document they are again requesting is police clearance certificates for some applicants and another health examination for some applicants. Now, please understand, this is not for all. This is for few applicants only. There were some applicants who had undertaken their health examinations, but somehow the Health Operations Center has advised the DHA that probably, everything doesn't look too good. So the clients have been advised to sign a health undertaking so that the visas could be decided. So these are the examples of the documents that are being requested, that have been primarily requested for many applicants in the last week. Now, today I'm going to also be talking to you about S57. What is an S57? So S57 is a natural justice letter. Some applicants are receiving an S57. Now this happens when the DHA conducts some sort of verification related to your employment. It could be telephonic, it could be through a site verification, and they have identified certain discrepancies in what you've claimed in your visa application, or what you had to say about your roles and responsibilities, employment dates, and other information, or what your employment has confirmed telephonically or through a site visit. So once you get a natural justice letter, you have 28 days to furnish a reply. Please do not underestimate this letter. You need to be sure that the response to your natural justice is very well drafted and addressing all the issues and concerns raised in that letter and backed by evidence. Do not just think I'll send in a reply and that should suffice. No, you also need to provide substantial documentary evidence to support your response to the natural justice letter. Now, I can tell you one thing for sure, that in the last few months, we have seen a surge in the number of visas being granted, particularly for offshore applicants. We are not seeing many onshore. Of course, we don't deal with onshore applications, but I do kind of study the trends, and I do not see a lot of onshore visa grants, but there are a lot of offshore visa grants. And these grants have come through for the applicants who have provided the documentation promptly after they've got an S56, or applicants whose applications were absolutely complete and all the documents were absolutely updated. Now, for those of you who are doing the applications by themselves, please let me tell you that once you get an S56, you have 28 days to respond. For example, let's say the request letter states that you need to provide a police clearance, and a police clearance probably cannot be obtained within 28 days. So you need to just provide evidence to the immigration authorities that you have applied for a police clearance. You need to provide this evidence within 28 days, and once the police clearance is received by you, which could be after 60 days or whatever, you can upload it. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. However, do not forget to press the confirmation button, confirmation that you've submitted all the requested documents, because once you submit that button, only then the flag for the outstanding documents will be removed from your portal, and the visa officer will know that whatever information was requested from you has been provided by you. And lastly, I can just tell you that a very welcome change in the visa grants that we are seeing is that the initial date of entry has been extended to 5 years for 491 visa applicants. So I know years back we've seen situations. In fact, there was a situation where an applicant got a visa grant, let's say, I'm just putting a date to it, on the 10th of August, and he was asked to make his initial entry to Australia on the 13th of August. So that was a very, very tight situation. And we've seen situations where applicants would get random initial entry dates, like some would get 3 months, some would get 6 months, some would get 4 months. So the clients were always very concerned about how to wrap up things in a jiffy in case they had a shorter initial entry date. However, lately we've been getting the visa grant letters specifying the initial entry date as at least 1 year, and now you've got a huge breather there. The initial entry date has been extended to 5 years. So from the date you get your visa grant, you have got 5 years to make your initial entry to Australia. So that is it for today. I hope a lot of your questions related to the visa grants should have been answered in this video. If you still have any questions, please feel free to drop in an email to us at inquiries@caanwings.com, or give us a call at 78498 and we'll be happy to take your call and respond to your queries. Until next time, bye-bye and take care.